don't know. I mean, it was bold, but at the same time, I was like, at this point, there's no PPP loans. There's no like.
You're on your own.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's kind of like nobody's checking. Don't ask, don't tell.
That's what I was like. I'm getting a haircut, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I really don't. Yeah,
I want this lady to keep doing her job too.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So to answer your question, I know a place.
Yeah. Well, I might have to hit this lady up.
I'll give you.
Sorry, I might have to show up near this lady's vicinity.
Put your head under some clippers.
It's like when you would buy a prostitute in Grand Theft Auto back in the day, where you just had to drive a car around a neighborhood for a while until like the little blip showed up, and she'd be like, "Hey, honey," I'd be like, "You cut hair? Get in, bitch."
Basically, I mean, she'll hook you up though. She'll do it. Just be cool. Be like, "You guys open?" And then she'll kind of tiptoe around it. You just need to express that you're not a narc.
Yeah, I can do that. Well, I'll show up in full regalia. My Punisher.
What, a ghillie suit?
No, my Punisher muscle t-shirt, 3 layers of body armor, you know.
No mask.
Q hat, no mask. No, dude. I'd be like, hey, I'm cool.
You know what would be the most ironic thing? A Punisher mask.
Oh,
a Punisher COVID mask.
Honestly, that was the funniest thing about like the raid on the Capitol, is that so many of these guys would not have got caught if they had just been covering their face. Because that's all facial recognition technology that they have loaded up at the Capitol. That's why one by one, each of these clowns is getting popped.
Are they getting popped?
Yeah, they're getting popped. I'll fill you in. Well, there was the guy who stole, the guy who put his feet up on Nancy Pelosi's desk, which was my personal favorite. He was my favorite. Did you see I posted a clip of him talking on one of my stories the other day? Just the way he talked about it. He's like, well, she wasn't appreciating the desk, so I wanted to get in there and appreciate it, so I went in there and put. I'm like, like just truly Dale Gribble in real life. And then so he got busted. They went to his house. And then there was the guy who with the podium.
Yeah, what's his name?
I don't know his
name. Wait, you're talking about the Neanderthal. The guy with the fucking...
Yeah, he had long hair.
Horns?
No,
that's a different guy.
No, he got popped early because he was like an actor, I guess, and people found his...
Yeah, Angeli. Something Angeli.
They found like his IMDb page or something.
The thing is, though...
He got busted quick.
The thing is, when I went to D.C. as a child... When I was there, looking at the lawn through the gate, what they told us was, if you do so much as step foot on the lawn, you will be mowed down by Secret Service.
Yeah, that's what I mean, I thought that was like the general understanding of anything. Any of those buildings, the Capitol, the White House, you know, the Library of Congress. Isn't that a given? Well, that's
apparently not.
Well, I mean, we know the reason why. It's because the cops are pro-Trump and they just let that shit happen. Now it's like this funny like post. Now we're in this like bullshit phase of reckoning but not really. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Everyone's like Facebook bans him, Twitter bans him. It's kind of like this. Kind of all feels like if you were a firefighter standing outside of someone's home that burned down and like their whole family died, and then they're just like, as they're carrying the bodies away and as they're like sweeping up the ashes, the firefighter's like, yeah, you need to go check those smoke detectors every 6 months. Every 6 months, for sure. You know what I mean?
Wait, who are the bodies?
The bodies are democracy. And the firefighter is Twitter, Facebook. You know, whoever is banning him.
Oh, okay.
It's like a little too late. Too late is all I'm saying.
Oh, I got you.
I was trying to paint a horrifying scene to compare it, you know?
Dude, well, it's funny you say that.
Did you ever see Manchester by the Sea?
Sure did, dude.
So right after
Unfortunately,
Casey Affleck kills his whole family. And remember that scene where
spoiler alert, because they reveal that at the end. They're like, oh, by the way, this is why he's so fucking sad.
No, they didn't reveal it at the end. That's in like the first 20 minutes.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I thought you're like, why is this guy so sad all the time? Why does his wife hate him?
No, it's like a big scene. Remember, he goes to walk down the street to get beer, and then he comes back and the house is on fire. I veered into this lane to make a point, and
anyway,
now we're too far gone.
I
can't. I don't remember.
Movie's
a lot.
That movie is. I watched another. We can talk about movies.
And
another,
it doesn't even like. There's no. It's a good movie, but there's no. The emotional climax of that movie is literally him telling his like nephew like, yeah, I can't do this. I'm too fucked up. I'm too depressed. I can't be your dad. And he's like, okay, I'll go live in Maine.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I thought I could be not depressed, but I killed my whole family, so I have to be here and brood and fix your sink and be sad.
Yeah, I would think
That guy was radicalized by Q for sure.
Who? Casey
Affleck. Yeah, he had nothing left. That's who they go after, you know?
QAnon?
Yeah. So
I don't know enough about this.
If Casey Affleck at Manchester by the Sea was a real guy, today,
for sure,
he is definitely been radicalized.
Dude, imagine being whatever age he is, like 33 in the movie, and you just have to live 60 more years having experienced that shit.
You don't have to.
I don't think I would.
That scene, dude, most powerful moment of that movie is where he's at the police station and he walks out of like the interrogation room.
It's been a while.
You'll remember this scene where he walks out and he's in the police station and the cop walks by him and he like tries to grab the gun and like blow his head off, but it like locks up on him.
Oh yeah.
Then you're like, Jesus.
Well, that scene, and then also the scene where he runs into his ex-wife on the street and they both just start like weeping.
Yeah.
Michelle Williams is great.
Oh, she's awesome.
She's great at being sad.
She got a best supporting actress nom for that movie, and she has 2 lines in that film.
She deserves every
that's true.
inch of brass on that trophy, dude.
I agree. No, it's funny that guy just had the will. He just kept finding the will to live, and then he ends up getting Me Too'd. Casey Affleck gets Me Too'd, and that's why he kills himself. You know,
because his real him as a person.
Yeah,
dude, that's like
that ruining his career was enough for him to take his own life, but not killing his whole family. He's like, now, all the stories came about. What was that movie? You Were Never Really Here.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. That's a crazy one. Now we're in the
like
movie territory. This is a movie no one's seen.
I know. We'll have to move on. But it did. I was watching. I'm like, this was a problematic set. This was a problematic set. There was a dedicated crew of like 10 guys. I was about to say guys. 10 people, obviously.
Yeah. That's a movie. If you haven't seen You Never Really Here?
No, I got it twisted. I'm Still Here.
I'm Still Here.
You Were Never Really Here is
That's
a later Joaquin Phoenix movie directed by Lynn Ramsey. That's basically a ripoff of Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
But nonetheless.
A more experienced type of Travis. What is his name?
Travis Bickle.
What I was going to say, though, was we got a little bit of reach from YouTube. I don't know if you saw my comment that I sent you today.
Yeah, I think
YouTube sometimes blesses us and actually shows our video to people. And we got a ton of suggested click-through on this video that's 2 Proud Boys talking about Trump being like banned from Twitter. But I was like, dude, this is, and people click through to our show.
God
man.
Damn it. Well,
I was watching it and I'm like, because one of them was one was a POC, so I'm like, oh, this is probably like a woke show because we're like woke boys.
No, there's some POC Proud Boys.
That's what I'm saying.
I was watching the footage of like the raid, and there were a lot of not a lot. Let me draw that back. There were not a lot of people of color there, but there are some, and I was being like, oh shit, dude.
Honestly,
I kind of was like, good for you, dude. I guess like ride your own wave. I mean, don't do what you're gonna do, but
I remember watching, who was that guy? He started Vice or whatever. He's like just real problematic. He's a real piece of shit.
Gavin McInnes.
I remember watching like because I didn't know who he was, and I saw some like videos of him talking about the Proud Boys, and all the videos he showed, it was a very diverse group of boys, dude, that were proud.
Yeah.
Like he gets an eclectic mix, which I think is something that nobody really talks about. Everyone talks about is this like terrorist, racist organization. I'm like, yo, there's a lot of different shaded motherfuckers in this crew.
They're like, guys, we're not a racist organization. We're a sexist organization.
I think so.
Okay? That's what we're doing here, boys.
I remember hearing Gavin McInnes on Joe Rogan talking about how he wasn't into like Laura Croft. He like preferred Southern Belles. I'm like, well, you just need to open up your sexual horizons, dude.
If you weren't turned on by Laura Croft, you are a terrorist.
For sure.
I stand by that.
Positive, dude. You need to
or you're a gay terrorist, which is 10 times scarier.
I think those boys, the Proud Boys, repressed gay terrorists, dude. I think if you repress
there's a lot of repression there.
It's like a diamond, but like the worst kind of diamond. Yeah. Like you repress so much your homosexuality to the point where you're like, I'm gonna commit acts of terror.
Yeah.
That's where it goes. That's what no dick be doing to motherfuckers, man.
Yeah. Well, I will say the only positive of this whole shenanigans that happened this week is I've gotten to say the word foment a lot, and that was fun.
I don't know what that means.
To foment an insurrection. To start. It means to start.
You said 2 words I don't know.
You don't know what an insurrection is?
Guy.
You know what a resurrection is?
I went to IPFW.
Yeah,
I
but
do
you know
the
Lord. He was resurrected. What's the opposite of that? No. That doesn't.
Now you don't even know.
I don't know the etymology.
You just G-checked my college credentials, and then you just made up a word and then asked me if I knew what the opposite meant.
No, it's rection. It's okay. So sometimes you resurrect things. Sometimes you're just erect.
Okay.
Sometimes you insurrect. And that means that you go behead members of Congress because you believe in a conspiracy started about a pizza shop and Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, but didn't that turn out like kind of?
That's kind of
bad example.
It sucks that was kind of true.
Yeah.
Like those guys.
I have a question for you about it.
What's that?
I was thinking about this. I have a predecessor question. Do you think we're kind of at the tail end of this thing?
No. We're at the beginning.
Well,
this is really the main phase.
You're hedging your bets.
Yeah,
you're that type of guy.
Yeah.
You're a glass half empty guy
for sure.
Because you were like, you want to be over-deliver. You want to over-deliver good. So you're like, I'm going to expect hellfire. So when it just rains frogs, I'm less pissed.
Correct. Yeah, for sure.
But it's going
to be weird. It's going to be weird. There's going to be like another... Dude, that was just for them certifying the election. What about the day he's inaugurated?
No. I'm talking about coronavirus specifically.
We weren't even talking about coronavirus.
I'm not good at transitions. Yeah. Are you okay to transition?
You're asking me what if all the people who stormed the Capitol get coronavirus, which I don't know.
I think a few of them had heart attacks.
There were like 3 people died of heart attacks.
Dang.
They weren't up for that.
God struck them down, dude.
They weren't up for that. They were like, we're just going to go to the Capitol. We're going to have a little field trip, scream.
If you're
minorities and then go home. And they weren't planning. I think there's a lot of speculation as if it was like well planned or if it was like, he got there, he fired everyone up so much that they marched out and did that. I think it's a little bit of both because there are photos of like people brought like nooses and shit like that they were hanging everywhere. And then there were also just people who guys who live in the Midwest and work at Dick's Sporting Goods and who were just fired up.
It was a lot of guys that work at Home Depot on their day off, dude.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
There was a lot of utilized PTO for sure from Home Depot managers.
Yeah.
For sure.
There was a staffing issue at many. Exactly. No, Home Depot's cool. They were. No, actually,
they are woke. No, you're right. Home Depot's very woke.
No, I think it's the opposite. Actually,
no. I know.
I thought Home Depot went. No, Lowe's went Trump.
Yeah, because Home Depot's they support LGBT. I don't even.
They like queers.
They like queers.
That's in their.
You know who they really
handbook.
like what organizations they really support? Pro-lesbian. Isn't that interesting?
Not at all.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Lesbians be improving homes.
How about you just be a company and just not,
not help a lesbian build a home? Don't just be a company.
No.
Help a lesbian renovate her condo.
The point I was going to make is how about you just be a business that doesn't have blood on your hands? How about just be a business that doesn't secretly fund weird organizations?
No, can do.
It can't happen.
No, can do.
No, we have to funnel this money.
Yeah.
Good for Home Depot. They're making sure lesbians keep coming because
because I told you, dude, I'm getting personal. This is a personal family story. Do you mind if I tell it? It's gonna be
Don't ever. You just tell.
Yeah. You know what I was really asking? I was asking myself. It was a check on myself.
You're asking yourself, should I say this?
Yes, it was.
30 people.
I remember my uncle a long time ago saying he wrote.
You don't have to whisper. He's asleep upstairs.
Oh yeah,
we talked earlier. He's not waking up. I get 2 Advil PM.
And just rough sex takes it out of the guy.
His mouth.
All right, so my uncle, who's the opposite of your uncle, pretty like evangelical, but I remember like this was like 15 years ago, maybe longer. I remember him telling us like he wrote a letter to Home Depot because they supported gay stuff, whatever it is.
Gay strip.
Donated money to gay organizations and stuff. And he was like disappointed by that. And it was funny. I just remembered as a kid, he like wrote a letter. He like said,
he wrote a letter to Home Depot as a child.
No.
Oh.
When I was a child.
Oh, okay.
He's in his 30s or something, So I remembered that. And I remember thinking, I'm like, that's crazy. Because I'm like, it's one of those things like 15, 16 years later, it's one of those things that I would have imagined if you would have asked about him, 15, 16 years later, he's been like, yeah.
Can you imagine your homophobia being so strong that it willed you to go to the post office?
And mail a letter?
Yeah. What a cluster. Yeah.
Could have been an email, not sure.
Oh, you think he got on his AOL email back in the day when you were a kid?
It could have been.
He got a free CD of 60 minutes of free internet from a Cheerios box. And
You're right.
I'm going to use this to send hate speech to a home improvement company.
Is it hate speech to say, hey, I will be taking my business elsewhere because you support something I don't believe in?
I don't know. I'd have to read the email.
Good point.
How hard did he dunk on him,
I don't think I think he dunked on... I think he's a Christian guy, so he can't dunk that hard.
We're going to have to get a
He's not Tomahawk 360.
I don't know, man. I mean, they kind of have set fire to abortion clinics before,
He's not.
He's that kind of...
not a terrorist. He's a good guy.
Isn't that funny that that's where we're at now? If you're any kind of like average white person from the Midwest, you at this point in history are just taking an inventory of every person you grew up with, being like, was anyone just like reaching out to your friends, see someone post like an Instagram story from like a diner in DC? You're like, oh fuck, dude.
Dude, I have friends that I was talking to one of my friends from childhood, and they are like they're homosexual now, and
they weren't that.
They were
when Obama got elected. They became gay.
No, they were whole way through.
Are you sure?
Posy.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, totally.
He turned a lot of people gay. He's very handsome.
This is a female.
Oh shit.
So
egg on my face.
But even like bros that I had in like when I was a kid that I would think were like have to be woke at this point. But even apparently, I can't even tell this story.
Just fucking dude. No one listens to this.
No one does. But even like bros that I know are still like not about it. Because this person was telling me that they were like, they like felt a type of way about this person being a homosexual.
That's weird.
I could not believe it, dude.
It's weird. That people carry that shit deep. They don't bring it out. They just kind of...
Yeah, but I was raised in that culture, and I got smart enough to realize that like I couldn't possibly... I also got smart enough to realize that there's no God. I think that's really what happened.
Yeah.
I wised up and realized that like most of the shit in the Bible is completely made up.
Yeah, you're like, well, I believe this whole group of thoughts that just ended up being predatory bullshit to keep people down.
To keep people...
What can I know now?
Keep people docile.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough. Oh, I didn't finish.
I thought I kind of misheard how you told it. I thought that it would have been funny if the lesbian was not okay with the other friend turning gay.
That'd be a very twisted web to weave, my friend, and that is not the case.
Dude, I can't go into this story, but continue.
I'm already so deep in two stories I probably shouldn't be telling.
I know a lesbian couple who have no use for gay men. Could wipe them off the planet.
Isn't that kind of interesting the weird bedfellow or the non-bedfellow of the homosexual woman and the homosexual man.
I can't speak to any.
We're in some weird territory.
I have no credibility here, but nowadays it seems like everyone. Hopefully, we're building a better society. Everyone now is like everybody's gay. Everybody likes boobs. Like we're all fucking, dude. Just everybody fucks each other. It's cool. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
But there were some old school guys who were gay in the 80s, women who were lesbians in the 90s. They got some old school beliefs, some of them.
It is crazy because there aren't. It's interesting.
They're like, it's okay. We're going to eat each other's boxes, but you're not allowed to.
No, dude. But that's even, you think lifestyle wise, like the stereotype. Let's talk stereotypes.
I just imagine a lesbian
Let's generalize.
being like, you're supposed to have two pussies and ain't no other way it works. All right. Can't have two. just a wildly lesbian woman just being like, you can't have two of them. It don't work.
Yeah.
One of them's too many.
You can't put a dick in a vagina. It just doesn't make sense.
It don't make no sense.
Two pussies rubbing together.
Pussies, yeah.
I heard
and then
scissoring.
we'll buy a dick that doesn't have a human being attached to it.
Exactly.
So
double-sided dildo the way God intended it.
I get that though, dude. I kind of get that.
We are playing with fire today.
Dude, I kind of get it both ways. Like, I can imagine. I will say this, dude. If I was a gay man, I would have no use for women, right? Like if I was a full-on gay man, I'm like, dude, what do I need any chick for ever? I got my dudes that I hang out with and play Madden with, and a couple of them I fuck.
You'd break it up.
And also, if I was a lesbian, I'd be like, I would never bring a man into my life. That is only asking for trouble. Wall them out.
I think your hypothetical situation when you're a lesbian is more true than if you were a gay man. I think I
disagree. I've lived in West Hollywood for 2 years now. Dude, the best part about it is that gay dudes tell white women to shut the fuck up in public. Gay dudes have no use.
They have no skin in the game. They have no dick skin in the game.
If you're being a bitch at a coffee shop, they will call you out and tell you to bounce your ass. And they're like, I don't care. I don't care about your dog that's taking up all the space here. Yeah.
That's crazy. Because we got that kryptonite pussy, dude.
Because I can't do it. I got to stay in the background. But listen, I love everybody. I'm just trying to be chill here. But gay dudes, they'll let it rip. It's a great side effect.
It's funny though, but like, if a hot woman's being a bitch and being like out of pocket, I feel no type of way about calling her a bitch.
Oh yeah, of course.
If it's like, if it's a woman that's
anybody, I guess no. If it's like a big dude, I'm not looking for smoke. I'm not trying to get my ass kicked.
But also,
Five Guys, you know.
If it's like a woman that probably doesn't get a lot of attention from men, I'm probably not saying much because she probably got a lot of going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's be real. I'm not usually getting involved unless there's some aggressive behavior.
I want the smoke, dude. I've changed.
I kind of look for it now. Well, I'm just deprived of human interaction.
I'm a smoke king.
Yeah, it's Smoke City, dude.
You're deprived of human interaction, so you got a chip on your shoulder.
My whole life
picking fights.
Yeah. Any kind of, I'm just to see any kind of emotion that rises above, boredom. Platitudes in public. Just hey,
it rained the other day.
Rain is traffic's back again.
Did you hear the rain?
It was raining. It was
a lot.
We needed, Did you feel those winds the other day?
You know what? We moved past my uncle's story. And we're gonna move.
Homophobic writing emails to Home Depot in the early 2000s.
But the funny part about that story is
what's he say when they rolled out like Black Lives Matter, signs in their stores?
I would never ask.
Never bring it up.
I would never want to hear.
Doesn't that suck that that's where we're at? Like I said about taking inventory of the people you know. There are just some people now. We've all gotten to this point. We all know people who you're just like, I just hope it doesn't come up. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully, my uncle only wants to talk about the Packers this year.
But that's the thing. If it comes up, I'm just, like, here's it did,
and not about harming Nancy Pelosi. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, I mean, it comes up, and I'm not like the Democrat. I'm not even a Democrat. I'm not even registered Democrat. I'm a cool guy. I'm a cool green guy. You know me. I don't want no smoke in the.
You're a cool guy.
So it comes up sometimes, and I just kind of like people because they're kind of like.
Who's it come up with?
maybe an uncle, maybe my dad.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course.
But then they'll kind of want what they're looking for. If they're kind of poking, they're like bored on Thanksgiving. They're like, fight.
No, they want a real life one.
Yeah,
they want a real live one. It's like playing. It's like only playing Big Buck Hunter, and then you go out in the woods, and there's just deer everywhere. They want. Yeah, they want. You know.
I don't bite, and they don't like it. They're like, we want to pick it. But anyway,
the real move is you hit them with just like non-political logic. That's a great move too.
I ain't trying to.
Yeah.
I just kind of like, you're probably right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because they want it, and I don't give it to them. I don't give them nothing.
Have you heard of the Broadway musical Hamilton? Let's talk about that.
Oh, kill me.
Never.
I'm somewhere in between. I don't got time for anyone's. I don't got time for bullshit in either direction.
Hey, here's a declaration. Here, you ready for this? Here's a declaration of 2021. No more talking about Hamilton. It's over. Okay?
Never was.
No, it's been going for about 5 years now, it feels like. We're done. He's got to write something new. It's over. I know it's on Spotify. They're not doing the play anymore anywhere unless they want to sing solos to do street theater again, which they won't.
I do enjoy when people are like, have you seen Hamilton? I do enjoy saying back to them,
nope.
I don't even say, I say, you know what I say? What? I say, what do you think?
Did I bring it up to you already?
Yeah.
The answer is no.
The fact that I didn't say, oh my God.
Yeah,
I loved it. It was
God, they love talking about Hamilton.
I didn't want to like it, but then I did. Like, there's
what's never happened one time is like a cool black guy was like, I really like how they infuse rap with history. Mm-hmm. It's always it's just like Ira Glass comes up to me in real life and he's like, did you know that he wrote this for like 15 years? And a lot of production companies weren't going to make it with him. And it was a big uphill battle. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
Thank you, man. I learned a lot today. Am I allowed to listen to Van Halen now? Mm-hmm. Is that okay?
If you want to know my opinion on Hamilton, and you want it like something that just shows in a very short amount of time why I think people freaking out about Hamilton is funny, watch it's either All or Nothing or Hard Knocks with the Carolina Panthers, and watch Greg Olsen tell Cam Newton about.
I've seen this and I love it so much.
It's him.
Dude, it's like way better. It's like it's like hip hop infused with history.
And then he says Cam Newton. It's either Cam Newton or like what Tolbert, whatever his name was, the big old fullback. He's like, that sounds like some white people shit. And then Greg Olsen, who doesn't sound like what you think he says, Greg Olsen's like, no, it's not. It's all, the whole cast is black. The whole cast is black. And you're like, and they're just like, I don't know, man. It sounds. And then they're just kind of like, and they rap the whole time. That's what Greg Olsen sounds like.
I know, dude. I know that's what Greg Olsen sounds like. Yeah. And you know what that is? That's like white dudes being they're chomping at the bit to go tell people that they're not racist. And they're just like, no.
Guess what I watched?
Guess what?
Guess who's not racist?
No, I see.
Because they watched something on Disney Plus.
If you haven't seen Atlanta, it's like one of the best shows on TV. I mean, it is.
It's just, dude.
It is, but that was
it's
bad.
Great, yeah. But that does not make me not racist.
It makes me not racist.
Yeah, there you go. Sure. Well, that's what's always funny. Anyone that's like, oh, I'm not racist at all. It's like, well, what skeletons you got,
dude? It's one of those things that if you have to say it, it turns out you might be a little bit.
We all hate Chinese people.
All of us
and
hate the Chinese.
Need to like get on the same page with that and stop pretending we don't hate the Chinese.
We got it. Are there any? I was gonna ask, are there any Asian people in Hamilton? I genuinely don't know.
It's probably one or two. I bet there's a lot. I bet there's some Chinese motherfuckers.
John Adams.
He's probably played like an Uzbekistan guy.
I have never seen Hamilton, but what if John Adams is played by a Chinese man who only knows how to speak Mandarin? Just one character speaks in Mandarin the whole time, and they never address it, but all of his lines are in Mandarin.
That's what world peace looks like.
Exactly.
That's what meta world peace looks like, dude.
Meta world peace is directing. Ron Artest.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
I know, right? Do you think he's still hard on that? You think if anyone's... I think someone recognizes him at Target, it's like, hey, Ron. He's like, what'd you say, motherfucker? Like,
I think he swapped back.
Did he really?
He pulled a P. Diddy.
What a bitch, dude.
I believe he swapped back and went back to Ron Artest. Because I think I watched an episode of All the Smoke, and they were like, Ron Artest on the show. Yeah. And he's back to Ron, which is pretty great.
What a ride.
What a ride. What an identity change.
When he's on the Lakers fighting fans, you know?
He wasn't fighting fans as a Laker.
Oh, wait. Who was he with when he went in the stands?
He was a Pacer.
Yeah, that's right.
The Mouse of the Palace.
Yeah.
He was ironically, if you don't know who Metta World Peace is,
as a Laker.
I just gave you more work to do.
Maybe he threw a basketball at a ref's head as a Laker.
What he did do is he tried to inadvertently swing on James Harden, and he hits him in the face. And he tried to make it look like an accident. He got attacked. I mean, he got like ejected. It's a flagrant foul.
Yeah.
But then this was the thing. It's like he tried to make it look cool. He tried to be like, oh, whatever, it's all good. Like, I didn't mean to. But then at the end of the game, he didn't shake hands with James Harden. And he said, I don't shake hands with bench players. So it's like, clearly you don't like this dude.
Yeah.
Now James Harden, 6-time first-team All-NBA, Metta World Peace is irrelevant, you know?
Literally.
Second team all defense one time. You trash.
Truly not even on the same level as a player, you know?
Also, the thing about Ron Artest is when Ben Wallace wanted the smoke, this was at Malice of the Palace, when Ben Wallace wanted the smoke from Ron Artest bitched the fuck out,
he wouldn't
dude.
do it. Yeah,
Ben Wallace is the toughest motherfucker that ever played the game. Once Ben Wallace was worked up, you see Ron Artest be like, I have to run away. I have to run. Yeah.
Literally running for his life.
That's my basketball corner. I'm done. Sorry.
We're all glad the NBA is back. NBA was chomping at the bit. They're like, let's go round 2. They nailed it so well. No other sport can seem to like function okay. Like even in the NFL playoffs right now, there's like questions about Steelers Browns.
When's that? Is it tomorrow?
I believe it's tomorrow. Oh my god, I have hiccups. Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
We've been going. We've been chugging
I had
these.
like 2 of these.
Bad girls.
I don't know what this brand is.
It's good.
Belching Beaver. Wow.
That's it.
Belching.
You've become the Beaver.
This is how you know there are too many brands. There are too many brands. If these guys are in Ralph's. No, they got the distribution though. They were on Shark Tank. They worked out a distribution deal.
Yeah,
they weren't. Yeah. I don't know, but
cheers to Kevin
O'Leary.
Kevin O'Leary. Oh wait, my question.
Not Robert Herjavec.
No,
he backed out because he did not see dog-faced pony soldier.
He did not see the potential.
I saw this clip of Joe Biden like going He was some altercation with someone and he got in a girl's face. He's like, "No, it's not. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier." And I was like, "This guy,
get out!"
I loved it. I can't. How many centuries has this guy been in?
Dog face. That's like 50s.
Lying dog-faced pony soldier.
Pony soldiers are actually from the future. That's going to be like the biggest racial slur in the future.
Yeah.
Pony soldier. What race is a pony soldier?
That's a white people. That's honkies.
It's like the most honky. It's the most waspy of wasp.
Yeah.
Is a pony soldier.
The most Karen of Karen is a pony soldier.
There we go. Wait, I got my question for you.
Yeah.
Because we keep
Come on, man.
We keep getting.
Come on, man.
We keep getting. Every time I'm about to ask my question, we just like turn into pony soldiers.
I'm just gonna do a Joe Biden impersonation to answer the question.
Okay. What point?
All right.
In the virus?
Come on, man.
All right, that was it. That was better. All right. Like you sound like Matthew McConaughey.
He wishes.
Okay, what was the lowest? Because I feel like we're kind of at the end of the coronavirus stuff.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Boy, do I feel good.
Let's pretend.
Thank God it's over. Apparently.
Let's pretend it's descending. Okay, let's pretend. You're the glass half empty pessimisto boy. Yeah. Okay,
a pessimisto.
You like a good pessimisto and fettuccine.
In this.
You like a little bit of shells and pessimisto, guy. What was the lowest point, like, of this whole thing? If we're on the up and up, what was the lowest? Because I have mine.
You're basically asking what was the lowest point of 2020.
Yes, I am. Of corona, because I don't want to talk about, like, fucking guy being murdered in the street on camera.
That's kind of part of it, though. Dude.
But it has to be.
It was all like intertwined. That's how weird it is,
But it's gonna really not look good for me when I say mine if we include
Are you asking my personal lowest point?
Of like quarantine COVID. No. Of like culturally. When you were like, dude,
when I thought things were the lowest.
Where you were like, this is like, because this was something I saw on TV that made me be like, life's not worth living.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say because I think I would have to argue that my quarantine depression would be at its height right now. So I can't come at it from that angle because when it started, I was more like whatever. I needed a break, So now the break's been too long.
Okay,
but like nationwide,
when did the break become too long for you? Because I think we all needed a break, and then when did the break become too long? I don't mean to put you on the spot.
I mean, I don't even know that I view it that way. I guess like the obvious answer would be like the holidays, right? It's like a bummer. It's more so it's just like, yeah, it's a bummer. You can't like, always see all your family or whatever. But then it's also like, I honestly don't, dude, if I have to, not to dodge your question, but if we're being real, I don't really view it in that way. Because as soon as this happened, I'm not trying, I didn't call anything.
Sure.
But as soon as they announced all this shit, I was like,
prepared.
This is going to be a couple years.
You're mentally...
it's just obvious. Like, if you do any, like, basic research about pandemics and viruses and vaccinations, it was just so obvious. It was like, it's going to be a while. So...
You're also the Pessimisto Alfredo.
I'm Pessimisto Rigatoni. And I was like, this is going to be fucked forever. So I'm kind of glad that happened, because then I just started being like, okay, well, how do I, like, live a life around that?
Okay.
And I failed. But the point is, I wasn't disappointed at any given point. But I would have to say, like, as far as like the thing is, I would have to say at the beginning, because now half of America doesn't give a fuck. Like, I mean, there's like 350,000 people dead, and nobody gives a fuck, right? So no one's depressed about that shit now.
We don't care about human death.
The scariest point was right at the beginning, for sure, because no one knew anything. When I saw the NBA game with Rudy Gobert get evacuated, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That scared me. I was like, this is fucked.
Yeah. Because
when you start seeing corporations taking huge cuts against themselves, not even being forced to do it, but being like, no fucking way, I was like, this is fucked.
When you see someone say, like, here we have $1 million of revenue to be generated, and they say, we better not, it's like,
yeah,
something bad's about
when
that.
Dave and Buster's is like, guys, we're facing almost certain bankruptcy.
Yeah,
we're like, we gotta shut it down. You know how many people touched that Deal or No Deal today?
Yeah,
thousands. What was your point?
My point. Okay, this is gonna. So, this is in hindsight. This is me thinking back at like all the different like phases of this year. Okay,
yeah,
just me really like getting retrospective on my couch. And I thought about it, and I was like, dude, at the point where I was just like, I really was like, man, what is happening? And will it ever be the same? As I remember watching the NBA horse competition. And what they did, I thought what they were going to do, because I was like, I love basketball. Not even so much as watching basketball, but just following the game and listening to podcasts and hearing just...
Sports are like a river through your life. Like, it's like this thing that's like always kind of flowing. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, it's just a matter of like day to day. Oh, this guy's out. This guy tore his ACL. This matchup got pushed. Whatever.
It's a river of distraction.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So my distraction has like kind of ceased, and they said, oh, we're going to do this horse competition. So to me, I was kind of like, I thought they were going to really do a great job. They were going to do all these testing. They were going to bring everyone into the same place, and they were going to film like a really legit competition. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be like the first horse competition. It's gonna be awesome. Well, they did one at the All-Star weekend once, but it was gonna be something good, and it did well at the All-Star weekend. So I really felt like, oh, this is gonna be like a really fun thing to watch. All right.
Yeah.
And then they started adding in old pros. They started adding in WNBA players. They started adding in just like weird people, and I'm like, this is strange.
Because no one of any talent would do it.
Dude, they did it, and they did it. They had people filming. Like they literally, Trae Young had his sister filming, holding a PC, having him shoot on a 9-foot rim in his parents' house in Oklahoma, and that was the point where I'm like, God, this fucking sucks.
Yeah, honestly, dude, for sure. And you know what goes along with that is. One thing that like kind of got swept under the rug is like SportsCenter Instagram, ESPN Instagram just started becoming like they posted about the new Star Wars show getting announced.
Yeah, they had nothing.
I remember being so struck when that started happening, like on my Instagram feed, like SportsCenter was showing like clips from the 70s.
Dude, House of Highlights was like showing like people doing backflips on trampolines. I was like,
that actually kind of shook me a little bit because I remember. I would like look at it and be like, "Oh my god!" Like we're literally relishing in past memories to get us through.
Right.
That's how fucked the world is now.
Yeah.
That collectively, like publications are having to be like, "Remember all the good times."
Dude,
remember this time Marshawn Lynch broke this tackle and ran 80 yards? It happened in August of,
2018.
Yeah. But
remember less than 2 years ago when someone did something cool in a football stadium?
Remember a year and a half ago when life was so light,
Dude, I remember, I remember, like this was 6 months ago, but
you remember that Alan Jackson song about 9/11? Dude, you're a boy from Indiana. You had to heard the Alan Jackson 9/11 song.
Country was something that escaped me. I always felt like I was too good for country.
I mean, yeah. Your parents didn't listen to country?
My parents raised me on like...
Your parents are Christian. They probably just only listen to the Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
Mostly. No, my parents like Carpenters, Beatles.
Oh, wow.
Monkeys. Who did Tapestry?
So they're like, anything after 1968, fuck it.
Carole King. Carole King
Tapestry,
rips, though.
I mean, it's a great album.
It's awesome.
But they're like, anything after...
Yeah, we did.
Anything after Kennedy was killed, fuck it.
Maybe like the Wings a little bit. Okay. But that's
odd.
it. That's as far out.
Odd super group to pick.
Shit, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
You brought up Alan Jackson.
We're talking about the sadness.
What was the name of the Alan Jackson
song?
song?
The Old World. It was literally, I don't remember. It was like, do you remember?
Oh, God. You derailed me, you bastard.
No,
don't. You're going to play it.
I'm pulling it up.
All right, I'll just wait. I'll just entertain the people and try to think about what
the real question at this point is, will it be in his like top 5 Spotify tracks? I haven't clicked on it yet. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Is it?
No, it's not.
It's not. Yeah. I mean, it's a gimmicky song.
Hey Siri, can you find the Alan Jackson 9/11 song?
We just need a break. We just need a break, so we're just
I'm
we're just gonna do an interlude. Oh man, I don't even remember. We were talking about my parents. No, dude.
Oh, it was Where Were You? Where were you?
Oh, it's like where were you?
Stop turning.
See, now we have to turn
on that. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, dude, it's where were you? And then in parentheses, when the world stopped turning. No, this will be about a 4-minute intro.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna think about what I was talking about.
This is never a good idea.
Oh, this is very bad.
The point is that like things are scary now, but remember when 9/11 happened and Alan Jackson made a song that stopped you from buying a gun? What a gay bitch. Why did he make that song?
Because he
capitalizing on a terrorist attack. It worked, but
Dude, part of me, I remember Macklemore released a song called Wednesday Morning, the Wednesday after Trump won the election. Okay.
Oh my God.
And it's honestly like it's a really great song. Dude. I'm not even political, but then I realized I'm like,
oh my God.
Motherfucker wrote a song before Trump won in the event that Trump did win.
Yeah, he probably voted for him. He wants a tax break.
He's actually featured in the YG song "Fuck Donald Trump." So, I would hope not.
Song of this, not the summer.
That's like, dude, YG did it right by making a song called "Fuck Donald Trump."
Fuck
because
Donald Trump.
At BLM, those BLM rallies, dude, motherfuckers got pillboxes playing "Fuck Donald Trump."
Oh my God,
all
dude.
day,
so
dude.
Many. I heard that song on so many beats, pills, dudes. They especially the day Biden won, was it like the Saturday when LA was just literally people singing in the streets.
Oh yeah, that was great.
People just need something to do.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna go scream in the street about Joe Biden winning.
We're very bored,
right.
dude. You want to do it?
That's what I did. That's what I did that day. I just drove around and watched people celebrate.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I'm like, honestly, the best part about Biden winning, for me personally, and this is point of privilege, was not hearing people bitch about Trump anymore.
Oh my God. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. That's going to be the best part about it.
Point of privilege.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
can bitch about whatever now. Maybe we'll all bitch about the new season of The Challenge, or we can bitch about...
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I watched
Return to Grace.
I watched a season of Survivor recently. Oh yeah, we talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
I can get more into it though.
Yeah, what did you learn about Survivor?
What I've learned about Survivor is what it comes down to is whoever does the most conniving, whoever really just really focuses.
Shocker.
Go find yourself immunity necklaces. Go find yourself immunity necklaces.
We can find them. There's a store that sells them around here. Sure.
Obviously, go to the pawn shop, get yourself an immunity necklace, and then also just talk. Because the person that sleeps on their power, that's the person that loses. The person that's constantly saying,
"Heavy is the head that wears the crown, dude."
Heavy is the head, dude. So if it's the thing, because at the end of the game, they realize that the person that connived the whole time, they realize, wow, that person put a lot of effort into this, and they also went through all the emotional energy of fucking over every friend they made. So they're kind of like, give it to them, because they look at the other person, because the other person ends up being the pawn. The number two ends up being the pawn, and they're like, dude, fuck you. You didn't even know what was going on. So they end up looking at the person that fucked them over, and they're like, hey, you did all right. You fucked me over personally, but like, it's the game, baby. And they vote for him. So don't be the pawn, because no one's ever salty enough to be like, you know what? You fucked me over. I understand that's part of the game, but I'm going to give it to the pawn, because they're like, you know what? Fuck the pawn, because they just hung out the whole time. The pawn's the worst one, because he had been on that fucking island the entire time, and then he doesn't even get the money. Runner-up gets nothing. Just a miserable 2 months. What do you got? You got something to say.
How much do you think an immunity necklace from the set of Survivor goes for on eBay?
Is this buy it now?
Or best offer?
$1,300.
$175 roughly.
One actually used on the show. Is it? You know what I mean? I ain't talking replicas, dude. I'm not talking.
How the fuck do you prove that was used on the show?
You get a certificate, just
signed by no one.
Yeah, I know.
I bought an autograph one time on eBay. I don't know why. First, I was buying a gift for someone, and they're like, certificate of authenticity, and then I got it, and it was a piece of 8.5 by 11 that was printed out from a printer that was running out of ink.
Really?
Yeah. And I remember being like, you ever get fucked so bad that you're just like, you're not even mad about it. You're like, yep. Well, at least I learned a lesson.
Beginning of the coronavirus stuff, there were all these ads running on Facebook for really cheap home workout equipment.
Yeah.
And there was this one, it was like $60 for those adjustable weights. And I was like, fuck. And I just put in my credit card information, and then I was like, literally 6 minutes later, I'm like, That was an insane deal. And then I look at the comments on the Facebook ad, and it's like all these people saying, dude, everyone's like, where's mine? I'm looking for mine. And then everyone leaving comments like, yeah, you got scammed. And I'm like, they got me.
Yeah.
They got me. They did. Like, you know what? I'm the fool. Fool me once. You got me. Shame on me.
Don't ever buy anything that was fed for you by an ad on
Facebook. Yeah.
Dude. I don't buy shit that was fed to me by an ad out of principle.
Did you dodge the mic on that burp?
Of course not.
The burping beaver, dude.
Oh my God.
Are you Pessimisto Alfredo or are you the burping beaver, dude? Which nickname do you want?
I want to be the beaver. Dude.
Okay, the burping
I
beaver.
want to queef out my fucking pussy like this burping beaver.
Queefing beaver, dude.
You think that's what they're saying? You think like the three bros who had enough family lineage to get the capital to start this company are like...
Named it after sexual innuendo.
One time this girl queefed in my face, dude. It's called burping beaver. And they're like, dude.
Belching beaver.
It's burping. It's belching.
But either way, yes.